Good morning, everybody. How we doing? Happy Veterans Day. Shout out to all of the veterans out there. Thank you guys for your service. This probably should be a national holiday, but market's still here. It is a non-settlement day, so there are some things that we have to go over about that. There's going to be no new or text data coming in today since it's a non-settlement day. And then if you sold positions yesterday, specifically options, and you were hoping for that cash to settle today to use again, not going to be able to use that. So for me, I've got about 75 cents to play with today. It's not really going to do a whole lot, so I'm going to have to wait till tomorrow to start trading again. But how are we all feeling today? We got a little bit of stuff going on with Adam Aaron. The market is bouncing back a little bit. AMC still down about 1.12% in the pre-market. Let's pull up the SPY. I know everybody's going to be asking about Prague too. That after hours move was nasty. That was a wild after hours move on Prague. You guys were watching that? That was insane. All right. So I hate that it adjusts like this all the time. All right. So the S&P right now, currently up 0.4% in the pre-market. It was down 0.8% yesterday. So it does have a little bit of ground to get back. But remember, yesterday was just a bond auction freakout. The yield on those bonds came in much higher than expected. The tail of one of them shot up like 5 basis points, freaked out the market a little bit, and caused everything, specifically tech stocks in QQQ, to start selling. So that's mainly what happened yesterday. Because a lot of people were saying, oh, it's Evergrande, oh, it's inflation. But remember, in yesterday's morning stream, we were talking about Evergrande and inflation because the inflation numbers came out before the market opened. And we kind of already knew about the Evergrande situation with DMSCA, I think is what they're called. And the market opened a little red, but then it started rallying, almost went green. So nothing really happened until that bond auction. Kev Duffy's nervous. Kev. There's no reason to be nervous. SV, did Evergrande make the payment or default? I've seen different things. Okay, so the thing you have to think about with the Evergrande situation is that the first thing that came out was really just a law firm or an organization that held some of their debt and they had not been paid. So they were filing default and bankruptcy proceedings based on their what they were owed on their debt obligation. But then Evergrande supposedly made payments on, I believe it was 3 of their bonds. But they were selling jets, putting their executives' mansions up as it's a bad situation over there. The thing is most likely they are going to default, but it wasn't yesterday. That's the thing that people need to keep in mind. It wasn't yesterday. So the main thing that freaked the market out was bonds, which happens a lot. That's why we talk about let me pull it up really quickly what happened yesterday. 10-year. We'll see it in the 10-year, but we should probably look at the 30-year because that's what was getting messed with. All right, 5 days. These yields should have shot up. Yeah, so yields started to shoot up. They started shooting up in the morning, which spooks the market. We can see this right here. The 10-year treasury on the 10th, the open 1.473, closed at, or right now it's at 1.57. That's a big jump. That's going to freak out the market a little bit. And kind of what happened was the market was pricing in a rate hike sooner than expected. So it went from September to July was what the market was expecting. Now, there are a couple of reasons for that. One is the inflation numbers, because if inflation's running too hot and you're keeping rates so low, that's going to basically encourage more inflation and put us in more of an inflationary environment. So if inflation is much higher than expected, then the projections for when the rate hike's going to come would naturally just come closer. SHIB going up. AMC is negative pre-market. Maybe a good day for us. It could be. Oh, what's up, Box? How we doing, everybody? Hopefully everybody's having a good morning. Any other stocks that you guys want me to take a look at, we're going to do that. We also have to talk about this Nancy Pelosi situation. But let's talk about Ortex real quick. So no live interest updates today as it's a non-settlement day. So the most recent short interest numbers we're going to have. Oh, I don't know why it's glitching like this. Maybe I got to. Yeah, there we go. So the estimated short interest, what we're going to have basically throughout the entire day today, 16.86%. Utilization, 85.1. So those numbers, not really going to change. Good morning. All right, we got 25 minutes before the market opens. Also, if you guys don't mind, just dropping some likes on the stream. It just helps get some more people in here, recommends this stream out to some more people. It's also free to do it, and it really just helps me out. So if you guys don't want to, that's fine. But if you want to help me out, I'd appreciate it. Thank you. Do you bother to look at OTCs at all? I know a couple of people that do and really like them, but think about how the potential manipulation works on AMC, and then put it on easy mode for OTC stocks. So they can do basically, it's just less regulated. Can you check the Ortex for BKKT? Chart looks weak, but I'm curious what it says about short interest. Absolutely. And then after that, we're going to go into this Nancy Pelosi situation with her potentially buying AMC. We've known about this type of thing for a while, and I just want to make sure people know exactly what this potential ownership situation is. BKKT. Balked. All right, here we go. Estimated short interest 33.24, utilization 99.97. We're not going to see cost of borrows today, but what's it on the chart? We could probably see it here. Okay, the last report, like on Monday, November 8th, the cost of borrow was 393%. That is drunk. See, this is weird. Percentage of the free float on loan, 23%, but the estimated short interest, 33%. That doesn't make any sense. So Ortex is probably going to have to do some updates with and refresh all of what's going on their platform, especially with Bakkt, because if 23% of the free float is on loan, then it would theoretically be impossible to have 33% short interest as an estimate, unless it's like naked shorting that's somehow getting reported, which it would not get reported. AMC making a little bit of a move into the market open, now down only 0.63%, making its way back up to VWAP. And when we coming back a little bit further, when Adam Aaron sent out that tweet yesterday that he sold some of his, or he was going to sell some of his AMC shares, I'm going to need to look a little bit deeper into this. But what it looks like is those shares were transferred to the custodian at JP Morgan, and they're going to sell those shares from time to time whenever they see fit. Adam Aaron doesn't have control over this. Some of them might have been sold, transferred, whatever. But it looks like they're transferred over and then they get sold over a period of time. That's what it looks like. But I'm going to have to take a deeper look into that. It doesn't look like that the filing came out on the 9th. He didn't just dump 1.25 million shares on the 9th. Team High's box says STV. I found liquid IV at my local Stop and Shop. There you go. There you go. Liquid IV. I've got some right here. I'm going to need to get some more. Let's see. Let's come back. Where are we at with AMC? AMC making a little bit of a move, trying to get green pre-market. That would be a great start to the day. We're now sitting at 38.19. Remember what happens with AMC on earnings. Down, consolidate a little bit, and then we make our move back up. That's the trend. It doesn't mean that's going to happen again, but that is the trend that we've seen in the past. Did he sell at 40? I don't think so. Yeah, it's going to be over a 3-month period. Exactly. It's opposite day, red pre-market, green day. Hey, I wouldn't be too mad about that. Okay, let's get into this Nancy Pelosi situation with AMC before we get into the market open. Okay, so this was back in March. Nancy Pelosi's husband bought up this investment firm stock. Speaker Nancy Pelosi's husband, Paul, just disclosed the purchase of more than $1 million of shares of AllianceBernstein Holding, a global investment firm. Paul Pelosi bought $15,000 of AllianceBernstein shares on February 18th, and then purchased 25,000 more shares on February 23rd, according to a form Speaker Pelosi filed on March 9th. Okay, cool. Now, when we come over to Fintel, we've known that Alliance Bernstein has had a position in AMC for a little while. This happened, I think last quarter or the quarter before when we started to see these filings come out is when we first saw the Nancy Pelosi buying AMC like headline. But they increased their position by about 20%. Alliance Bernstein increased their position by about 20%. Paul Pelosi owns about $1 million, maybe more at this time, maybe less, of Alliance Bernstein. So technically, Nancy Pelosi and her family unit has some exposure to AMC upside, but they don't directly own it. Now, there's two sides of why of what's going on here. If Nancy Pelosi just wanted to buy AMC, she doesn't care about these insider trading situations. She just buys Nvidia all the time, and then it just rips. She does this with lots of stocks. You can see her trades. She's like the best trader of all time. The second thing is that the reason why she may not want to buy it is because of all of the potential regulatory bills that she may have to vote on in the future, and her ownership directly of AMC or any of these other squeeze companies would get called into question in terms of her ability to make non-biased decisions. Now, do they do that anyway? I don't think so, but it wouldn't look good for her if they were now going to be basically writing legislation about like meme stocks and then she just owns them. So it kind of goes both ways. Remember, the Fed bought a bunch of those bonds, and then the Fed, the people who work at the Fed bought a bunch of those bonds, and then the actual Fed was just buying those bonds and bidding them up, and they all made a bunch of money. So it would kind of work the other way. Like, okay, if Nancy Pelosi actually did own a bunch of AMC, and then she was like writing bills or voting on new legislation, and that legislation would benefit her position potentially, then that would be good for us. So there's two sides of it, but it's all it's kind of BS. Insider trading is always easy. Exactly. It's not hard to, if you know where it's going to go, it's like having a time machine. She's not buying though. This is the thing. Nancy Pelosi is not directly buying AMC. That's what I want to get across to everybody, that she's not directly buying. Her husband has ownership in that holding company, and the holding company has made a purchase in the past and in Q3 of AMC. Yeah, buys Tesla and then passes a bill to ban gas cars. Like, you're like sitting there with like the God button. You're just like, oh, I'm gonna put my money here, and then I'm gonna write some stuff on this paper, and then I'm gonna vote that paper is now law, and then the money I put over here is gonna go up. It's brilliant. It's terrible, but it's brilliant. Oh, good morning, Aria. How you doing? I try not to. Yeah. Good info as always, STV. Thank you, Kev. Eric, good morning. I heard that you wanted me here so that way AMC doesn't dump again today. Well, I'm here. Now let's go green. Eric, there you go. Now we're not going to dump today. Just because Eric's here, we're not going to fall. All right, let's okay, institutional. So like speaking about institutional ownership changes, we're still waiting on Vanguard and Renaissance, I believe. Let me refresh this really quick. Let's see. Yeah, still waiting on Vanguard and Renaissance. Renaissance, in my opinion, is the most important institution that has bought AMC. The reason for that, we can pull this up really quick. I know it's here. Oh my God, this is drunk. Okay, here we go. So Renaissance, let's pull this up real quick. Stop. Whatever this is, stop right here. Thank you, Fintel. Okay, Renaissance Technologies increased their position in AMC by 251% in Q2. We have not gotten their numbers yet. These are very outdated numbers. Even the numbers that we get now are kind of outdated. But Renaissance increased their position 251%, and they also sold some Tesla. Probably not the best decision that they could have made in terms of what Tesla has done, but over the next couple of months, I still think AMC has a lot of upside. Now, here's why I think Renaissance is the most important institution. First, they had a position in SPRT. I believe it was SPRT. They were like the number one, or they were at least in the top 5 institutional owners of SPRT. Cool. They also bought a bunch of AMC. So it looks like what they're doing potentially. I was looking through their 13F filings to see if I could find any of like BBIG and any of these others. I found a couple other ones, but it looks like they're very bullish on these potential squeeze plays. And now here's why they're so important. When we come over to their Wikipedia, Renaissance Flagship Medallion Fund, which is run mostly for fund employees, is famed for the best track record on Wall Street. Here's the kicker: returning more than 66% annualized before fees. That is so crazy. Yeah, it was started by Jim Simons. He's a mathematician. And 39% after fees. That is for 30 years. We could do a little calculation of like if you receive 39% annualized and you just put $100 in over 30 years, you're going to be rich, like really rich. The problem is that with these type of fund strategies, they typically, in order to get these types of returns, they only work with a certain amount of money. Like if you have like they'll work with like $100 million, but if you try to throw $1 billion into the algo that they're using, it won't work because you're going to have slippage when you're trying to get in and out of trades really quickly. And the amount of money that you have to put in and out, it just sometimes doesn't work. So you have to rearrange the strategy. So this medallion has been closed to outside investors since, I believe, 2008. It's been a while, but there's another medallion fund. There's like a medallion A or something that you can get into if you know some people. This is what I found out when I was talking about medallion last time. You can actually get into a medallion fund, which is pretty similar. And that one is kind of still open. But yeah, that's why Renaissance, in my opinion, is the most important institution, because BlackRock and Vanguard, they're going to pop up on almost every single like institutional owner, like in any stock. You type in whatever stock, they're going to be in the top 10 on institutional owners because they just have so much money that they have to put somewhere. So yeah, it's really good that they're increasing their position, but they're so big that when you have that much money, you need to find a place to put it. And especially with the like environment that we're in right now with low yields on bonds, high inflation, fixed income is not what they want to be in. So they're going to go into more risky asset classes. So we know BlackRock's been buying up and bidding up a bunch of real estate, and they're also buying a boatload of equities. But in general, over Q3, according to the 13Fs that we've got right here, 572 million has been bought, 1.92 million sold. Very bullish. AMC down 0.4% in the pre-market. Also, how's the stream quality today? Is it a little better? I tried to fix it a little bit and mess around with it. Are we in 1080 today? STV needs an office-like environment. Yeah, I'm gonna start working on that. I'm gonna get a better camera, some angles, some lighting, and because we're gonna be doing these a lot. I can't be doing this all the time. I mean, it works, but it's not like high quality. Do I have any plants? I don't have plants. Crystal clear. There we go. That's what we want to see. All right, let's take a look and see what Prog's doing pre-market. Oh, brother. There she goes. There she goes. Yeah, I don't have any plants. Ooh, Prog is getting some selling volume here. Yeah, I mean, it's earnings. It's an earnings move. We'll see. AMC had a very similar earnings move. Does it change the outlook on AMC after their earnings, after they were good? No, doesn't at all. I'm not getting out of my Prog position. You guys can do whatever you want, but I'm also just playing. Like, I'll just be completely honest. I'm just playing options on Prog. They're long dated. I've flipped options on Prague in the past, and now I'm holding these ones for the potential big run up. So that's my plan. Ask TMI how to add music. I do have it. Low quality, more raw. Some posters, that would be cool. Oh, Ickles, thank you so much for the super. Shout out to all you guys who send those in. You guys don't have to do that, but it really means a lot. Without some of you guys, we wouldn't be able to keep doing what we're doing. So thank you so much. The subreddit is in a state of chaos, and people are saying that AA selling shares is terrible. I would honestly like to do a call to ask some questions. Okay, AA selling shares. Oh my god, I hate that this is getting so much FUD right now because it's not FUD. Like it's he is in a very interesting position right now. Think about what his net worth in his AMC position size was when we went up to 70. He had so hundreds of millions of dollars. So he's old, 67, and he needs to do something with his assets to make sure that his family is going to be taken care of in the long run. Here's the thing. When you have that much money, your mindset isn't growth as much. It switches. When you talk to like really high net worth individuals, they're not like really high net worth. They're not necessarily focused on growing that fortune. They're more focused on preserving it and creating an income stream off of it so their family's taken care of and everybody's fine. They want to make sure that the work that they have done over their career is going to benefit their family in the long run. Now, Adam Aaron also sees a lot of upside in AMC, which is why he still has over 2 million shares. The second thing is what was it? The total amount that he could be selling is 50 something million dollars. Okay, cool. I think it was $53 million. That's fine. He didn't JP Morgan is the one that's going to basically manage the money. Is essentially what's going on. AMC getting a little bit of a pop, but when you're that age and you have that much money and you need to do it's just diversifying his assets. Like think of how much of his what percentage of his net worth is in one thing. He's just diversifying. Okay, cool. It doesn't matter to me because he's never sold a share until like potentially this week. And he's still going to be getting more. That's the thing that I think people don't understand. He's still going to be receiving more shares. Remember, over 60% of his yearly compensation is in AMC shares. So just because he's selling now doesn't mean he's not getting more. Wait, hold on. Yeah, no, he did not sell his shares. He did not. That is a lie. AA selling shares was mentioned in Q2. Exactly. This is the other thing. When you think about like big news coming out in the market, you have to think about what is expected. What is the market expecting to happen? And is there going to be something that comes up that the market isn't expecting? Everybody who's listened to AMC's earnings call, we had 2 times that he said it. He's also said it in some interviews, I believe. So maybe it's more than 2 times where the market knows Adam Aaron is old. I didn't mean that in a bad way, Adam Aaron. If you're watching this, I still love you. He's on the older side, but the market knew. That's why we're not seeing this giant tank in the pre-market right now. We saw a little bit of a reaction in the after hours, most likely to scare off retail. Because think about it. We knew the filing was there since the 9th. Think about this. This is a little weird. The filing was out. Whatever the screenshot was, it got filed on the 9th. Then we had the 10th. And then Adam Aaron tweet. So a lot of people knew about this for a decent amount of time. And then Adam Aaron tweets and then the stock tanks. It's like, that's weird. It's very strange since we knew this was coming. And it happened in the after hours, which not a lot of retail is trading in. Very interesting there. A very vibrant old, but old nonetheless. Should have just called him a boomer. Yeah. This is funny. They're brigading the subreddit stating that Trey sold 25 million shares. Hey, newsflash. I don't think Trey has 25 million shares. Oh, 25 million of shares. Cool. They have no idea what Trey's position is. So that like yeah, I know, yeah. I don't think you're shilling. I mean, it's an honest question, but here's the other thing we have to keep in mind. If anybody the people who are on YouTube, Twitter, who have a following, we're no different than everybody else. Like zero difference. It's just we might have some more knowledge in different aspects of the market and we can learn things and like like tell people about it. That's literally the only difference. We all still have our position. So even if it's true and you've done your own research, who cares? It's not true, but like even if it was, it's like you shouldn't let anybody else's plan with their money decide what you do with your money. You can use this is the thing. Don't let their actual like money moves like decide what you do, but if they're going to bring information, you can use that information and you can verify it, you can do your own research and then decide what you want to do. But just because they do something doesn't mean like you're never going to know a reason behind it. That's why I don't ever like when people talk about like the like trading alerts and like stuff like that, I can't mentally and like emotion like it's like this is really it. I can't emotionally get myself to hold something that somebody else is just throwing out there if I don't know the reason behind the trade. Like how could you? You're like, "Oh, whatever." You're just gambling at that point. And that's not what we want. RD is not day trading AMC. Every time we get knocked down, we come back stronger. It's that simple. Buy and hold, ignore the rest. Exactly, guys. Exactly. We got 3 minutes before the market open. We are down 0.39%. Prague made a little bit of a bounce off the low, now down 12%. Let's check the S&P. Oh, also, guys, guess what? I have a biology lab exam at 11. Not an exam, like a quiz. I have them every week on Thursday. Thursday is typically my terrible day because I have lab from 11 to 1, and then I have class 2 to 4:45. But I don't know if I'm gonna go. Wyckoff theory, I gotta do some more research into this. Everybody's bringing it up. I know I know it has a lot to do with options, I believe. So, I mean, I like looking at the option chain. So we'll take a look at that. They're trying to get us to fight with each other. Yeah, 100%. 7XX shares holder of AMC here, but watching us do $7 per share in 2 days is confusing. How are the shorts in total control of price action, and what can we do to combat it? Jason, very good point. Here's what I would like to show you. Oh, that was not what I wanted to happen. I think it was right here. Okay. You're thinking too microscopic. If these large over-leveraged short institutions had that much control over the price, which if they had that much control over the price, they would be able to basically manipulate it over a long period of time. We would have never, ever, ever gone from 2 to 70 to chilling out in the upper $30 range and bouncing around here. It would never have happened. Because think about it. If you're an over-leveraged short, you're going to choose to lose money. No, you're not. If you had that much power, you would just be like, no, 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 we're never going to let this price go up. They don't have that much power. Remember, retail investors own potentially 80% of the float, maybe even more with the counterfeit potential for counterfeit shares out there. And the amount of buying volume that can come in when there's FOMO and gamma, like they don't have that much power, guys. Don't think that they have that much power over you because they don't. Emil, who are you talking about? Ding, ding, ding. The market is open. Welcome to Veterans Day Trading, everybody. Here we go. AMC down about 0.7%, flickering again, guys. Lots of volatility coming in today. We are seeing a red candle on the SPY. So let's see what's going to happen with this. Yeah, IWM selling a little bit. Ooh, that was weird. AMC selling a little bit. 37. Ooh, little. Yeah, a lot of volatility going into the market open. Instant dip. Yeah, a little bit. Little bit. Yeah, let's see. I mean, we've seen this so many times. IWM still green. What's Tesla doing? Tesla was having a day in the pre-market. Oh boy. Oh, Tesla. All right. What else do we got? Nobody can deposit today because the bank's closed. Yeah, I have 70 cents to play with right now because my cash needs to settle. So no trades for me today, which kind of stinks, but it's also kind of a good thing. I got to slow down a little bit. I got to pick my spots. That's the one thing that people need to worry about when you're trading. Don't overtrade. Don't chase. Let's see. All right. AMC currently down about 1.8%. Not doing so bad on the day. Death candle. No. None of that. We will have none of that in here. Did we mention Evergrande's default filing? They didn't default, guys. Not yet. I brought up the filing in yesterday's video. We were looking at it in the morning live stream. It's like DMSA is like, let me look it up. I'll just bring it back up. I'm gonna accidentally pull it up in like German, I think, too. Yeah, no, hold on. Where is it? I gotta click some stuff. Where is it? Here we go. Yeah, I want the actual filing though. Stop with these ads, dude. I hate the ads. All right, now I'm trying to pull it up. All right. So what they are saying is that Evergrande defaulted, but Evergrande has paid. They paid somebody. So they didn't completely default yet. Will we ever know how many naked shorts actually exist? Ooh, AMC getting a bounce here. If we do, it'll be due to Adam Aaron performing one of those audits through that third-party service, similar to what ATER, Ethereum did. But if not, and we see the price action that we all expect is possible, then there's definitely going to be legal proceedings and people looking into exactly what happened. It could be years down the road, and people may not like care as much because you could just potentially be filthy rich and be like, yeah, whatever. I don't really. That could be what some people are going to think, but it's either going to be through one of those audits or after in some of the legal proceedings. Evergrande paid last minute. Yeah, they did. AMC getting some boom boom candles here, everybody. Let's see if we can push green. Max pain for this week, I believe, is still at 40. Let me pull that up. Also, if you guys don't mind, just dropping some likes on the stream. It just helps. Let's see. Max pain, 40. Thoughts on SNDL? SNDL is a weird one. Like, they do have the squeeze potential, but their business model is kind of weird. Like, they've been doing a lot of when I was looking at them in the beginning of the year, they started doing a lot of acquisitions and like private equity placements. So I don't know. I'd have to take a look at them again. I'm a big news guy. If you guys haven't noticed by now, I'm not as big on the technicals. I'm a lot more geared towards news. So I use technicals to like figure out like where the good entries and exits could be, but I don't base my trades based on what the chart is saying solely. I like news better because news is going to drive investor sentiment. Technicals can as well, but I like news because it's quick, very quick. News and earnings, which is also news. Yeah, they just acquired Alec. Yeah, see, they're doing a lot of M&A. Let's see. All right, AMC, a little bit of selling pressure here. 37.74. David is good. All right, I'll take a look. Yeah, I'm gonna have some time. I'm probably gonna have a little bit of time this weekend. I'm gonna see if I can. I'm thinking about making a Discord. I'm thinking about it because I like hanging out with you guys. Evergrande officially they did default. Media reported they did, but they basically wrote a bad check. Okay, I'll look at this today because all of the different like quick news sites were like Evergrande defaulted, and then they were like Evergrande paid, and it was like, what are you doing? What are they doing? AMC bouncing off that 100-day moving average on the 1 minute. Let's see what we're doing on the 5. Yeah, nothing too crazy yet. We're only down about little over 0.5% right now, making our way back up. Discord would be dope. Yeah, let's do it. What's the SPY doing? How are yields doing right now? Where's the 10-year? Oh, bond market closed today? Bond market might be closed today. Honestly, that could be a good thing for the market today, especially after yesterday. The DMCA document, yeah, that's what everybody was using to say Evergrande defaulted, but that's like one entity that's owed money. They have many other entities that are owed money. Oh jeez. Let's see. Buy the rumor, sell the news. That's how a lot of people trade now. Yeah, sort of. What are yields on bonds at the moment? Which one? Collective risk. Which bond do you want to know? I mean, the yield curve's doing some stuff. What's TLT doing today? TLT starts going down. TLT might make a move today. Yeah, thanks for everybody that's coming in on these morning streams. I really appreciate it. These are fun. I like these a lot. All right, here we go. AMC 37.84, doing all right. Bum, 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 bum. I meant they didn't cover. Yeah, shorts have not covered. Unless you're talking about Evergrande still and like covering their debt. But yeah, SPY selling a little bit. AMC getting a bit of a red candle here on the 1 minute. We're at down 1.5%. SNDL. I'll pull up SNDL real quick. SNDL having a strong day. Ooh, wow. SNDL getting some momentum right here. Yeah, it's been on a steady downtrend since the rip in June, which here's the thing. This is a lot of people when you're talking about like AMC versus GME, it's like, stop. You're acting like a child. You're literally being a children. It's a stupid way to spend your time arguing about which stock is better. One of them is definitely going to go up higher. Is GameStop probably going to reach a higher price just due to the amount of shares? Probably. But what's going to be the higher percentage gain? We have no idea. Zero clue. No clue. But what we do know, This is the thing that we all have to keep in mind is that these over-leveraged institutions, they're not just exposed on one stock because when one of them goes, the other ones go too. They may not go as much, but they're still going to go. We found that out. Again, it got reconfirmed after Bed Bath & Beyond's earnings when they did that buyback. That is one of the most important things that we've seen in terms of like the short squeeze mechanics of like when this starts to play out again that we've seen in a while. Nobody was talking about that. I didn't see anybody talking about Bed Bath & Beyond. I love trading earnings. I didn't even know that they were reporting. No idea. And I'm reading through the earnings calendar all the time. Didn't see it. So the fact that they pumped in the after hours and then GameStop, AMC, all of these other stocks went is a very telling sign of what could happen on the next run up. Now, a lot of these stocks are basing at higher prices, AMC and GameStop. So the exposure that these institutions are going to have, they're probably more exposed on AMC and GameStop. Remember, if you guys watched that video, I think part of the title was like the Endgame Gamma Squeeze or something. There's the potential for just specifically on AMC for these institutions to have 4 times more exposure to the downside. And remember, their downside is unlimited because of the way that they're selling these options and if they don't hedge. And just in terms of the options pricing, it's crazy right now. So when these stocks all go, yeah, they're going to be exposed on AMC and they're going to hurt. They're going to be exposed on GME and they're going to hurt. But they're going to get hit from all angles on SNDL, Bed Bath & Beyond, BlackBerry, Nokia, Naked, all of them. Now, they may not go up as much and they may not hurt them as much as AMC and GameStop can. But it's good to have. It's like this basket of stocks that's just all sort of linked. Very, very interesting stuff. All right, AMC now down only 0.65. SNDL up 3.3%. Let's see what Prog's doing. How are we doing over here on Prog? Prog getting a little bit of a bounce. All right, let's see what we're doing on AMC. Let's pull. We're chilling right around that 200-day moving average on the 1 minute. We got some ways to go on the 5 minute. If we can break above this 50, which we are right now, make our way back up to the 200. I mean, we're chilling above VWAP right now, which in the past we've used VWAP as support. If BBBY squeezes the hardest, I will eat 2 hot chips. Whew. Yeah, AMC, push green. Here we go, people. We just popped into the green. Let's see if we can hold. Here we go. Here we go. That Adam Aaron FUD, not going to affect us. Apes are not leaving. Let's see. What's the market doing right now? Is the overall market getting a pop? That's what you really always got to, yeah, market bounced. And a little red candle on the SPY here. Here we go. Did the 50 cross over the 200? On what time frame pushing? Because that is important. The 50 is not over the 200 right now on this 5 minute daily, but let's look here. Oh, don't you do this to me now. Don't you do this to me now. There we go. All right. The 50 did cross over the 200 right here. On the 10th. On the 4-hour chart on the 6-month time frame. AMC up 1% now. Boom, boom candles. Here we go. Here we go, people. Look at this. Look at this. Amy is showing her strength. Here we go, people. Let's get excited. Come on. Come on. Push back to 40. Let's get a push back to 40 today. Look at this, too. The S&P, the overall market, not really doing a whole lot right now. Let's check IWM. If IWM is getting a pop right now, that could explain some of this. But yeah, IWM getting a little bit of a pop. But AMC is looking strong right now. Let's see what happens. Let's see. All right, we just blasted above that 200 on the 5 minute. All right, we're right at the 50 on the 30 minute. Here we go. Let's get some rockets. Let's do it. Let's get some rockets. Here we go, people. Let's have some fun today. AMC up 1.5%, making its way up, looking for that cross over 39. Yeah, so AMC just crossed this 50-day moving average on the 30-minute chart. On the 5-minute, we're seeing it well above both of all of the moving averages. And then on the 1-minute, it's just ripping. Here we go, 39. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Up 2% now. Let's do it. Let's do it, people. Why he call it Amy? Because that's my girl. I love Amy. Okay, IWM, you need to get back on my screen now. No running away from me. You cannot hide. All right, AMC dropped back down below 39, but we're seeing some momentum here. If this can hold, I think we're going to cross 40 today. If we here, okay, so after this big run, if we can kind of consolidate a little bit around this upper 38 range, and the market starts to show strength, again, we don't really the bond markets. I don't believe it. The bond market's either not open today or it closes at 2, so we may not see any freakouts. All right, coming back down a little bit on this 1 minute. IWM, stop. When I move one chart, you should stay the same. Think Shim Burn playlist is real because I've been rocking that station past couple days. I mean, hopefully it is. That really just plays into the supply and demand. With Shib, you got to be careful because it does have potential. There's a big community behind it now and it has the potential to start really gaining like utility, and with all of the other things that team is working on, it does have potential. So I like 100% has potential, but at the same time, it is one of those like quote unquote meme coins. And you have to be careful because you really have to go into those types of trades with the idea that, okay, you could potentially make a bunch of money on this, but with that type of potential reward is always going to come with an increased amount of risk. So you just have to have in your mind that, okay, I'm okay with this risk. And if you're good with that and you're fine with holding, then you're golden. But at the same time, I do think that with where it's at right now and the overall social dynamics surrounding SHIB, I think it easily could really run. Now, we can pull it up really quick. AMC's taking a little bit of a breather. Yeah, Shiba Inu up 8% today. Looking at the fib, we've been seeing a little bit of resistance around 57.72. Next level above that, 64.73. Shib's been really respecting these Fibonacci retracement levels. Like you can see it here. It'll fall through a couple of them, use them as support and resistance. But let's head back to AMC. Wait, yeah, unless I have to reshuffle it again, which, yep, definitely do. All right, let's pull up IWM because IWM's been leading AMC today. AMC at 38.82. Token, yes, I know. Token, got it. I know, Box. I gotcha. I've held off buying more until I see more stability. Still up over 200%. Collective risk. There you go. All right. We're on the 5-minute chart for AMC. Let's go back to the 1 minute. Have some fun here. Live a little bit. All right. AMC looking to make that move over 38 again. I mean, 39. Shiba is Doge 2.0 pump and dump. I mean, see, the thing is that's why the market is so fun. You got to be a little bit more careful in the crypto market because there's a lot of different moving parts and there's a lot of people trying to take your money. But Doge went on a crazy run. A lot of people made a bunch of money. SHIB went on some massive runs. A lot of people are up a good amount of money right now. When things like that happen, 39, just cracked 39 on AMC again. IWM getting a pop. Let's see what happens here. Here we go, people. If you bought Shiba when Weibo listed it, you're golden. There were 5 zeros. Yeah, there's 4 now, I believe. Let's burn another one. Take one of those zeros off. Get that out of here. Oh, IWM with a big green candle right here. Let's see if we get that on AMC. We've got 39.07 on AMC right now. Having a very solid day so far. Smash the like, says Pam. Thank you, Pam. All right. See. Stay. All right. AMC just fell a little bit below 39, but I think this is going to be short-lived. I think we're coming right back up over 39. There we go. Here we go. What's the volume today? 5.43 million. Not bad. See, this is good right here. This is a very good thing to see. We saw that big rip up, and we're seeing the buyers and sellers meeting at these prices. We're seeing a little bit of help. Ooh. Oh, here we go. That's a boom boom candle right there. If I've ever seen one. 39.30 right now. Let's go. Let's go. Smash the like before the ad ever finished. Skylar, thank you. Let's see. She's looking beautiful. She's looking great. I might have to take Amy out on a nice dinner. She's talking nice to me today. She's being very nice. She's making me feel wanted today. Not like those other days where she was down 10% and not having a good time and being mean to me. But today, she's coming back up. Amy's behaving today. All right, chilling out in that 39, low 39s, 39.20. Come on. There we go. Let's get over 40, Amy. 100%, Pam. Let's get Amy over 40. All right. Anything crazy happening on Twitter right now? Let's see. Let's see. What are we doing? Anybody got anything crazy going on? Ooh, Marco Hodis. What are you saying? Oh, okay. I think that's about something else. What did Kenny say yesterday? The whole GME conspiracy theory. I mean, that's come and gone. Oh, yeah. Okay, buddy. Ryan, thank you so much for the super, man. I really appreciate it. STV, I was caught in a conversation in the last 5 minutes. Did AMC go boom boom in the time I was gone? Yeah, Ryan, it did. So if we're gonna go by that logic, gotta go. I'm kidding. You get to hang out as long as you like. Thank you so much for that super, though, Ryan. I really appreciate it. Amy performing for our veterans. Yeah, let's get some fireworks going. Tony, thank you so much for the super. What's up with Pelosi buying AMC? Is it true or false? Okay, so we went over this before the market opened. We're going to give like a quick recap. Nancy Pelosi's husband owns a percentage of Alliance Bernstein, an investment company. Alliance Bernstein has had a position on AMC for a while, and they've also recently added to their AMC position. So Nancy Pelosi has indirect exposure to AMC. Market just going straight up. Yeah, AMC taking a little bit of a breather, hanging out in that 38.90 range. SSR means nothing here at AMC. Yeah. I don't really care about the SSR. And it allows for those pileups, if that makes sense. So if we just look at this chart right here, the shorts would have been able to short here, can't short here, so they have to wait. But then what happens is that they may not be able to basically force that continuation down. But when SSR is on, they can kind of limit the momentum because they all have to wait till the upticks. But then you have short exempt with market makers, and then they can do whatever they want. I thought I had my mic off for a second. That would have been bad. Are we on SSR right now? Are we still on SSR? Look. SSR is off. Trigger price 34.46. SB, when does she burn $100 worth of sheep per name change on it? Oh, I'd have to take a look at that. I'd have to take a look at that. All right, AMC back above 39. Here we go, people. Also, you guys are crushing it on the likes today. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. I really like doing these morning streams. Hopefully you guys are getting something out of it too. They're just going to keep getting better, higher quality. We're going to keep working on how to make this the best stream for you guys as possible, but let's have some fun. I thought SSR was in effect yesterday. How did they short us so much again? Well, there's also selling volume as well. So there's also like people or institutions selling. The core group of people who are like deep in this movement, they're not going anywhere. But there are people that are selling. And they also have so if SSR is in effect, that doesn't mean they can't short at all. They just can't short when the stock is going down. They can only short when the stock is going up. And she's back. Yes, she is. You're making it look easy, VIX. I just sit here and talk. You guys it takes time though. Like if you ever watch one of my like the first videos I put out, terrible. I like when I was like, oh, I kind of want to start making YouTube videos. I was like, that's not that hard. You just talk for a little bit. And I was like, oh boy, this is hard. It just takes time. You get used to it. All right. AMC 39.10. Having a solid day so far. 2%. Guess what? Apes aren't leaving, dude. We're not going anywhere. Oh, Eric, that is true. That is true. Yeah, Box. It's the company that Pelosi's husband invested in, and like, yeah. How's Prague doing? IWM taking a little bit of a breather after that big rip up in the morning. Maybe if I didn't have 70 cents to play with, I would have been able to make some money. But you know, I'll just wait till tomorrow. Prague down 9% after their earnings. What about Blink? Oh, there we go. Did Tesla make a little bit of a move? I bet they did. Let's take a guess. Did Tesla absolutely rip off of those lows? I'm going to say yes, and I haven't even looked. Oh, interesting. They haven't. That's shocking. What's going on with Tesla? Is this more Elon selling FUD news? Like everybody's afraid that Elon's selling, even though it was kind of planned already. Did you guys see that on the filing that he put out? It was like the sales were planned. So he was just messing around on Twitter. People were like my friends were sending me videos and they were like, "Oh, could Elon be selling this amount of money, like this portion of his Tesla because he thinks that like a market crash is coming?" And I was like, "Probably not. Like Elon doesn't. I think he's just really bored and really, really rich. And he likes to have fun. Elon's just out here causing problems in social media, and he's just sitting back like, I don't, whatever. Like, I'm gonna be fine. Kenny says we're gone. I don't care what he has to say. He's a smart dude. I'll give him that. Very, very smart guy. The way I think about like this whole AMC getting a little bit of selling pressure right now. The way that I think about this whole potential battle against Citadel is like, okay, he's a dude with billions of dollars. Now, is his hedge fund shorting AMC? I don't think so. I think it's more of a market maker issue that they had to fill all these orders and the short exempt shares and the legal naked shorts and the way that they were fulfilling these orders got them in trouble. Same with all the other market makers. And there was already a lot of outstanding short interest. So that's kind of where it came from. And then you also have the side of potential naked shorting from prime brokers. But I just see it as like you are on one side of the bet. You're a smart person. We have enough brain power and firepower to just figure out what's actually going on. And that's how the market works. It's like, okay, we think we're right. You think you're right. We'll see what happens. Hashtag still here, Kenny. Ooh, that's a good one. Is that trending right now? Should we get that trending? I spell that right? I can't spell sometimes. All right. I just tweeted. Let's get it trending. Tell him to buy AMC. Hey, I'll just call Elon and be like, hey, bud, you know, when we went out on your rocket last time and you showed me that new Tesla and I was telling you about AMC, I think it's time because I know Elon very well. All right, AMC at 38.80, around 38.80 right now, doing pretty good. IWM getting some, oops, sorry. IWM getting some momentum. As you can see over here, I'm completely moving random stuff around by accident. Nope, just came up with it. Oh, we're gonna get that trending. Everybody go. If you aren't following me on Twitter, you guys don't have to if you don't want to, but try to get that tweet out there so we can trend that. That would be fun. AMC getting a little bit of a bounce here. Let's see where are we at in the 5-minute. Still high, 30-minute, right around that 50. So let's see if we can get this bend around in this 50. If we can break above it, we're still above VWAP on every like meaningful time frame right now. Yeah, the next wave is going to be breaking above this 50-day moving average on the 30-minute time frame, and then staying above and seeing if it'll bend around. This is very similar to what we've been looking at over the last couple of days when we've been streaming, where we've been really battling with VWAP. Purposely spell it wrong? No, I didn't spell it wrong, did I? No, I think I'm good. Yeah, if you guys remember yesterday, I couldn't count months. If you like gave me a random option on a stock that I kind of know, I could probably tell you what the option should be worth, but I can't count months. All right, AMC at 38.77. Having a good day today. Prague is giving a little fight. There we go. What's going on over here? 326. Prague's still above 3. That's still solid, guys. How many of you guys are in Prague? Are a lot of you guys in Prague still? I like these FTD short squeeze plays. They're fun. For me, like Prague does have like good fundamentals behind it. From what I've seen, I have not done a lot of research on it. I've told you guys that my whole investment in it, in the play that I have on it, is solely based on the potential for the short squeeze play. It's fine. You might be in it for the fundamentals. I'm in it for something else. But how we do, you guys? I think you guys are still in Prague. Everybody's usually in Prague. AMC, yeah. Oh my God, what are they? See, this is the problem. Everybody's going to be like, oh my God, Adam Heron sold. If you listen to the earnings calls over the past 2 quarters, you would have known this was coming like right now. In Prague long term, there we go, people. I will personally buy a Tesla Model Squid. What is that? Is that ads? I feel like that's fake. Does anyone know how to buy from a lit exchange using E-Trade? I know. I'm pretty sure Active Trader Pro is Fidelity. I think you can do it on E-Trade. I'm not sure though. I need to get an E-Trade account. All right, AMC, a little bit of a selling pressure back down to VWAP on the 30-minute. Let's see what we're at on the 5. Yeah, same thing coming down. Basically the same thing. We're seeing everything everywhere. So let's see. We were talking about earlier that after this big rip up, I want to see a little bit of comfort at these levels. But again, the overall market, IWM and SPY we're gonna need them to hold up. Just followed you on Twitter. Thank you, Jimmy. Prague 2K shares. I don't like the way the new CEO spoke in earnings. Kind of sad tone and boring, but still like the long play. Yeah, I mean, earnings is always a gamble. Yeah, it's short the VIX 1 on Twitter. We ate those shares up anyway. Yeah, I don't even know if he sold them yet. All right, aim. Whoop, there we go. There we go, Amy. Doesn't Adam Aaron have people handling his holdings? Yep. Can I do some TA on root, please? You're going to get very basic TA from me. But yes, we can. Okay, so it broke above this previous bounce. This is literally how I look at things. This is how simple I do it. Very big sell-off, and you have all of these spikes here. Overall, it's in a downtrend. This is the thing. I use TA. If there's a news catalyst coming out, I would probably get in this. If there was earnings coming out and I know this company runs on earnings, I'd probably get in. But at the same time, it's like, I'll work on it later. Amy's getting a little bit of a pop here. Root. See, the thing is I don't I don't know anything about this company right now, so it's hard to say anything. But yeah, it does look like it has some upside from here. But it's a 21% green day right now, so be careful. This is going to be very volatile. IWM. That's what we want. That's also not what we want here. IWM. You're just causing me problems today on the chart. Go back to where I want you, right there. That's what we want to see, right there. Thank you, IWM. Sigh, I just realized I was 2 minutes behind the live again. Yeah, I also realized, guys, that in order for me to put this in 1080p, there needs to be like a little bit of a delay. So I think it's like 20, 30 seconds. Tesla, big red. No, Tesla's coming back. I mean, they've done this a couple of times. Tesla doesn't look strong today. What's the SPY doing? SPY up a little bit. What are the Qs doing? Yeah, the market's just kind of bouncing around. IWM is showing the most strength out of all of them. Look at this. IWM is showing the most strength out of all of the different key indexes. AMC looking to make that move back above 39 again. Again, what we're seeing here is a lot of comfort at this range. Could see a little bit of a break soon. If the market starts to get some momentum, we could be in for a treat. Jazz Cabbage, thank you so much for becoming a member, man. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right. IWM strong today. Very, very strong. I'm genuinely amazed by the Rivian surge. What's Rivian doing today? Huh. Honestly, me too. Remember yesterday when we were talking about IPO? And I was like, I'm not going anywhere near it. Well, where did it come out at? 105, 106, came up to 119, tanked to 95. This is why I don't play IPOs right here. And then you wait a couple of days to see where the overall market is going to be comfortable buying and selling. Like, where is the volume going to come in? Like, where are the buyers and sellers willing to transact? Right now, it looks like they're comfortable in that 110, 111, 112 range. But again, it's right after the IPO. There's going to be a lot of excitement, and then there could be an overwhelming amount of buying or selling pressure. So I always am going to wait on IPOs, especially now. Let's take it back to IWM. See, IWM, you're making me upset with your stupid chart. There we go. The VIX, Jeremy, that is me. What do you think about IBM? IBM, solid long term. They don't have earnings coming up, do they? I've played IBM a couple of times. There are a couple of companies. This is what we'll do in the Discord. I'll have like the options learning section, and then I'm never gonna. Here's the thing. I'll tell you guys what I'm trading, but I'm never gonna give specific strikes and dates. I just don't want to. I don't want anybody taking my trades blindly at all. I want you guys to learn kind of what I do and then be able to replicate it. But there's a list of companies in my head. I have it written down somewhere that are the companies that I always trade for either the run up or actual earnings, like the actual event. Intel I'll always play. Apple sometimes. What are the other ones? Intel definitely, Qualcomm for the run up, and oh wow, IWM doing good today. And then for the run up, the run up's more fun. Qualcomm, Lululemon, Home Depot, Lowe's, Target, PayPal. There's so many of them. Like IPOs are volatile. Yes, Tony. The reason why IPOs are volatile these days is a lot of companies that people are very excited about are coming out. So they'll get indicated at, or like the indicated price, the IPO price will be like 75, which is what we saw in Rivian, but it'll come out at like over 100. So it's already trading at a significant premium. And people already are going to have orders in. So you're going to see it most likely start to run when the market, when it gets released. AMC making a move here. But what happens is that usually that excitement doesn't necessarily last. So you'll see the price be very, very volatile. So what I do is I'll just wait. If I like the company, if it rips on the IPO, it'll probably be super volatile for 3 or 4 days. And then the option chain will come out, and then it could get more volatile, less volatile because of all the delta hedging that's going to need to happen. But I wait for it to find that equilibrium price on the supply and demand because we don't really know what it is right now. You're seeing a brand new security that people want and that people want to sell. So it's just bouncing around between what are the buyers going to do? What are the sellers are going to do? If you like it over the long term and you think it's going to go up like crazy amounts over like a 10, 15-year investment horizon, doesn't really matter. But I've seen IPOs open at like 90 and then the next day or the next week, they're at like 40. So you just got to be careful with them. Poshmark's one of those. Kicking myself for selling Lucid at 17 2 months ago. Ooh, that's tough. Another day closer to MOAS. Yes, we are. If 45 gets taken down, I'm watching 48, then 56 Q3 earnings in 3 days. Yeah, I know a lot of people are really excited about Lucid. And what is Lucid doing right now? Overall EV, I mean, Tesla was selling. Lucid's up big. One, the IV on Lucid's going to be most likely more than AMC. Okay, here's the thing. If you want to get options on Lucid, be very, very careful. This goes right in line with what I was saying on AMC over the last couple of weeks leading up to their earnings. Lucid has had a monster move. Now, what are their earnings going to be? I mean, they're not selling cars right now, so what are they going to talk about? So, I mean, they have pre-sale and all that stuff, but be very, very careful because if they drop on earnings, there's now going to be less of an expected move going into the next couple of weeks. So if you're going to buy short dated options, you're gambling. When I play earnings, it's like an educated gamble because I'm looking at the numbers. What is the market pricing in? And it doesn't even matter what the company is. If I know that it has the potential to move on earnings, you literally just like make the earnings event like a competition kind of between you and the market maker. Is the market maker right or is the market maker wrong? It's binary. And you can make these contracts very cheap. Lucid is not going to be cheap on their earnings. I would never go near trying to play Lucid's earnings right now, especially with the volatility that we've seen. It's up 7% today. What did it fall yesterday? Very significant amount. AMC chilling right around 39 right now, having a good time. If we weren't close to the MOAS, you wouldn't have Citadel buying way more options than calls on AMC. Deborah, okay. We have not seen, this is also another thing that I've been looking at. We have not seen Citadel's 13F yet. So what we're looking at is their Q2 13F. In Q2, they decreased their AMC share count by about 80%. They have a little, I think it's around $330 billion worth of calls, but they have over $400 million worth of puts. Now, you can't really tell just based on that, like whether or not they're bullish or bearish in terms of their hedge fund side. You just can't tell because you can't see if they're short anything. You can't see if they've sold options, if they're spreads. You have no idea. So I don't really care about Citadel's 13F. I don't think their hedge fund is the one that's going nuts with the shorts. I think it's the market making activities, but that's just me. Let's go back to IWM. We're having a day though. IWM looking strong. AMC getting a pop, 39.11. Okay, thanks. Yeah, anytime, Deborah. Like getting floated around a lot. That Citadel has the biggest long position on AMC. They don't. Prague powering up. It's coiling a little bit. Let's see what happens here. Let's see what happens. Also, thanks to all you guys coming into the live stream today. We got a little over 300 people in here. Thank you to each and every one of you. I love you all. Thank you. I really appreciate it, guys. We're going to do these every single day, even today when I have a test in 45 minutes. John, thank you so much for that. Super long straddle at the money on all high volatility option plays, in my opinion, minimum 45 days out. If you want a short premium, that's a different story. I sell weeklies. I'm pretty sure you're talking about a strangle. Straddles are a little different. At the money. Okay. I don't do at the money strangle or straddles. What I do is I price in what the market makers are expecting for earnings. So we'll do an example of this right now. It's very, very easy. Lucid has their earnings coming up. So we'll just do it on Lucid. It'll be easier that way. So oh, wow, this is interesting. If Lucid was having their earnings today, this is what I would do. Lucid's trading at 43.61. It's basically right in the middle between 44 and 43. So this is just an approximate calculation. So what I would do is I would add the last price on about the at the money strike. So that's going to be basically $2 plus $1.06, 306. Divide it by whatever the stock is currently trading at. And if that number is 4.5% or below, I will buy contracts about 2 times that expected move out of the money that expire very, very soon. Because what you're doing is you're saying the market is pricing in the stock to have this percent move. And if it moves double that percent, you're getting really, really cheap contracts. So you're basically taking a small amount of money, risking it with a little bit of math behind it that it has to do with standard deviations of price movements. And then you could turn that small amount of money into a large amount of money. So you can be wrong many, many times. But if you hit 1 out of 10, you pretty much break even. So that's a fun one. That's a fun earning strategy. The run up is a little bit riskier, but I mean, they're both risky. Thank you for going live. Anytime, Skylar. Thanks for coming in. You can't strangle at the money by definition because the strikes have to be different. Straddle long or short is always the same strike and expiry. Gotcha. Thank you, John, for that. Super. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, when I was like first learning, I used to just be like, oh, I'm trading straddles. And it's like, no, you're not. Then I was just like looking at it one time. And I was like, oh, I'm an idiot. Yeah, Eric. Yeah, I don't care about drama. I literally don't care. Like I see drama on Twitter and I'm just like, have fun. Like that's how it is in like my real life too. I'm like, I don't care. I'm just like I just have better things to do. As soon as you sell, it'll rip. No regrets. What is that? Did I hit a button over here? Hey Siri, get out of here. Jeez, my computer is tweaking out today. I blame you people. Love you too, John. Thanks for all those supers. I really appreciate it. Wish you could stream all day. Hey, we could do that on Fridays. It's possible. I technically have class, but I technically always have class. So this one today, though, I actually do have to go to because there's a test and it's a 2-hour lab. I'm going to have so much fun, guys. I'm going to have so much fun going to my biology lab today for 2 hours talking about nothing. What do we want here? IWM. I know Pam wants me to go to class, but Pam, would you rather me go to class or would you rather me be on stream? Do you think we're still on for a squeeze? Yeah, 100%. No drama VIX. That's me. What do you mean, you people? every time. What are you doing about taxes after the MOAS? Paying them. I'm paying them. I don't want that stress. Stream during class? That would be hilarious. He technically wants to skip Friday classes, lol. What did I do yesterday? Oh, yeah, didn't go to class. What was yesterday? Hold on. What was yesterday? Oh, I know. I do have a test in that next week, an exam. That's going to hurt. Oh, that's going to be a fun one. Managerial accounting. Very fun. I can't, guys, here's the thing. I can't even be on my phone during this next class. I can't even see what's going on. I have to like sneakily go to the bathroom and use my phone. I feel like I'm in high school because it's a lab and they're all strict about like no phones. Also, what does sell mean? I've been seeing that word float around sometimes in the community. I don't know. I got rid of that word. I don't think that word exists to me right now. Short the drama. That's what I do. I just buy puts. Deep in the money puts on the drama. All right, AMC chilling right around this $39 level. Very, very healthy right now. If we see, and IWM just sold off a little bit. IWM, don't do that. That was mean. If we see a little bit of momentum coming back in IWM, going back to the day highs, I think we could really see a good move on AMC. If you set it up in your finance class with your professor, that would be cool. It would be cool, but they would be mad at me. They'd be like, I'm trying to talk about like how to calculate this thing, and you're over here just being a goofus on the internet. VLTA just went green. Talking about VLTA or Ulta? Volta. That did not just go green. Maybe Ulta. I've hit some big plays on Ulta. Like stupid plays. And I've also lost some money on Ulta. So I think we're about even. Lululemon, that's probably the stock that I've made the most money on, which is funny. All right. Back to IWM. Biology sounds fun. Talk about apes. I wish. You sold your sell button, says Kev. Interesting. But they might learn something. Hey, they might learn something. I don't really learn much. I also don't pay. I went to my finance class this week and I was sitting there like, why am I here? Why are we doing this? Not because I know what they're talking about. That's not what it is. It's not me being like, I'm too smart for this. That's not what it is at all. It's just me thinking like, I don't want to, I don't care. It's like global financial management is the class. And it's just random calculations about kind of random stuff that I know I will never, ever, 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 ever need to learn. The one class that like actually taught me some stuff was fixed income, which was cool. But other than that, it's like, what are we doing here? Whew, this is a good day so far, everybody. I hope everybody's having a good day. I'm having fun. I woke up this morning a zombie. I'm tired. But we got our energy drink. I have biology lab to look forward to. And then right back here. Yeah, SNDL is making some moves. Yeah, let's see. We did pull up that earlier. How's it doing? Ooh, SNDL is getting some candles here. Great channel. Can you explain why we went down on good earnings and was that move expected? I'm somewhat new to the AMC movement. Absolutely. Okay, so there's a couple of things that play into why we went down on AMC's earnings. First, very basic, AMC heavily shorted stock. A lot of institutions want to see it go down when they don't see when they see AMC have an event and they know that we're all watching and they can try to push the price down. It could shake off some people. That's kind of the more like tinfoily, not like conspiracy side, but like you can't really prove that. We can look at though is that two weeks leading up to AMC's earnings, we had IMAX's earnings, also in the movie theater industry, and Cinemark. Both of them reported great earnings and reported very good outlooks for the movie theater industry, and AMC ran up on that. That was what we like to call the pre-earnings run-up. So the market is pricing in AMC to have good earnings, and by pricing in, people are piling in, expecting AMC to have good earnings. So the price starts to go up because there's more buyers willing to buy at higher prices than there are sellers willing to sell. Now, when the numbers come out, you have to think about what the market is expecting. The market is expecting now AMC to beat their earnings. They're expecting AMC to have a positive outlook on the movie theater industry. Now, there are also other wild card factors, and some of those might be the popcorn business, any other partnerships, any streaming partnerships that AMC wants to get into. We saw some of it, but it wasn't necessarily enough to like really excite everybody. Now, what typically happens on AMC's earnings, especially after good earnings, is that we see some red, couple of days, a little bit of consolidation, and then we start to come back up. So earnings, it really doesn't change anything in terms of the short squeeze side, but what we do know is that AMC is continually getting better as a company. They had their best month in October, and they don't see anything slowing down anytime soon, but they also said that they have some room to grow. They have a ways to go to really, really step it up, which I think that they can easily do. So that is kind of the short explanation of it. Oh boy, here we go. Boom, boom candle on AMC. Here we go. We just shot up to 39.61. A little bit of a random pop there. Look at that green volume candle right there. That was a buy. That was a solid buy that just came in. There we go, people. AMC now up 3% on the day, chilling at 39.46. That was a good one. That was a real good one there. Corrupt me if I'm wrong, but if calls versus puts in the money is supposed to be way better tomorrow, I'm not so sure. Look at that. Look at that. That's a candle and a half. Let's see where we're at on the different time frames. All right. Yeah, the 30-minute was what I was really looking at. All right. Let's see if we can get up to this 200 day. The 200 and the 100. Let's get up there. You know where that is? 40. Oh my God. Do you guys hear those dogs outside? For some reason, this is annoying. The dogs that are outside right there are like about the same size as my dog. And I wanted to have my dog come hang out with me one weekend. And I called them and I was like, can I just have my dog come hang out? And they're like, no. And I was like, screw you. He's more trained than everybody else. And he's not going to wreck anything, even though he's big. He just hangs out and like listens to everything I say and doesn't eat anything like a bad dog. And they were like, no, those dogs outside, it always sounds like one of them is attacking the other dogs and they just hang out and they're mean. And I'm like, how are those dogs allowed to stay, but my dog isn't? It's just, I was thinking about just being like, screw you, I'm bringing him anyway. And you can be mad about it because he's not going to do anything stupid. Hey, did I hear you mention Prague? I own a medical company and know their entire staff. You need to be careful. They have laid off their entire sales team. You guys don't realize what's going on. Interesting, Vince. I have not heard any of that. No. Yeah, no. All dog owners do say that, but like my dog is actually trained. Like he's actually like trained. Like if we went out in like a very crowded public place, I could walk him without a leash and he would stay right next to me and listen to everything that I say. He also never poops. He doesn't bark either. You know, he doesn't. Unless I tell him to, he's not barking. If I ask him who's at your house, he'll freak out. But if I tell him to bark, he'll just like whimper. And I'm like, dude, I'm like asking you to do this. And he's like, can't do it. He's like, ugh. It's very funny. I'll like stand in front of him with a treat and I'm like, speak. And he just can't get it out. And then I'll just be like, who's at your house? And he'll freak out and start barking. And I'm like, I know you know what you're supposed to do, and you don't do it. SCB has a chihuahua? No, I have a giant golden doodle that looks like a golden retriever. I brought him on stream one time. Oh, no. Now he's justifying no leash? No, he's very well trained. He just hangs out and just does nothing. He's like the kind of dog that either, like, will be all over you at all times, or he'll be like, "Don't touch me and don't come near me. I just wanna lay by myself." Oh boy. All right, guys. I do have to go take that test, so I do have to cut it off today. I'm very sorry. I would much rather come like stay and hang out with you guys all day, but this day I do actually have to go to class. So, thank you guys for coming in to the stream. I really really appreciate each and every one of you for like supporting the channel. I wouldn't be here without you guys, so thank you guys so much. Probably going to get 2 videos out today. One of them is going to come probably 4:15 and then 7:30. So thank you guys so much. Let's get some boom boom candles for the rest of the day, huh? All right. Later, people.